Sorry about that. The first part of my video got cut off, so this will be in two parts for this two video segment for you. Um, so now the next phase of your video analysis work is what's called your land foot. So once that front foot lands, so I'm going to draw a circle around your front foot here, and I would just want you to kind of watch that. What we're going to do is as you go into land foot, you got to notice where your foot lands. And what happens is we need to be more athletic. So I want you to take a little bit longer stride. It's going to create more lower half power for you. You notice as I land that my front knee is already pretty firm as I land. And what you want to do is you want to get more separation in our legs to create more power. So at this point of your swing, you can see that your heel is more facing the dugout over here. Or right now, I would want your heel to be facing more this guy on deck. And what that's going to do is it's going to help you get hit against more of a closed, firm front side. So instead of having your heel face over here, have your heel at this point of your swing to face towards this guy on deck. And that's going to make a big difference for you so your front hip doesn't open up. That's going to lose power, and everything's going to begin to go to my upper body, and it's not going to give me a lot of power. So we really need to engage your lower half more. So I'm looking at it as two parts to your swing. You have your lower half and you have your upper half. So we talked about the few things on our stance that we need to fix. When we go into land foot, we need to land more closed, where our heel is facing more the guy on deck compared to facing the dugout right now. And that's going to be important to get your lower half kind of where you want it to be. The other thing that happens in regards to our upper half is we need to separate our hands. You can see as I go to swing, now that I want to draw a circle more around your hands, you'll see that you pull your hands in more by your body, and I'm not going to get my arms extended. So what happens is I'm not going to create leverage, and I'm not going to create power. So you pull your hands in by your body, which is good to get inside the baseball, but you're not getting separation from your hands being away from my body and myself getting extended. You can see how when we get here that we're not getting extension. At this point of our swing, we kind of want to create more of a what's called a power V with your arms here. You want your arms to be more looking like this. If I back up a couple screens, you can see how my arms are more too bent, or they're not. They're too much by my body, and I really want to get my hands out in front to get good extension at contact, so I can be nice and strong and have good leverage. The other thing in this part of your swing, you can also see that your knees are really close together, and you can see a lot of hitters in the big leagues that their knees will have more space in between them. So that's why it's important when you stride that heel is facing more. You take a little bit longer stride, and that heel faces more the guy on deck. That's going to create and take your feet out to here, and that means your knees, your front knee is going to be more out in this direction, and that's going to create a lot more leverage and power for you when you're swinging the bat. So that's going to be very important in regards to your swing. The other thing is you'll notice how when your hand path is, that you'll finish very low. So your bat path is going to be more in this area. Let me get a line here. So when I go to swing here, you're going to be more finished in this area and finish back here with our hands. Whereas I want you to, let me pick another color here. I'm going to pick a black. And what I want you to do is when you come down, I want you to stay through the baseball more, and I want your swing to finish a lot higher up in this area. So as I go down to finish, if I take these lines away, you'll see that I want to be on plane. The ball is going to be coming in more on this path, and you want to stay on plane as long as you can. But what's happening is if I get to contact, I'm not staying in the zone that long. So I'm short to the ball, but I didn't get extension. Now my barrel is already turning out. You can see how we hit the ball towards the end of the barrel because my hands are pulling and going away from, they're not staying on plane, and I'm not staying through the baseball. I always imagine when I'm playing in professional baseball that when I'm hitting a ball, I'd always pretend like another ball is out in front of it. So I'd always hit through two baseballs to just imagine having my barrel stay on path and staying through the ball. But you'll notice here that I'm going to roll this top hand. I want you to key on this top hand right here. After you hit, you're going to notice how that top hand is going to turn over very quickly, and see where the barrel is going. It's going away from the zone. It's not staying through the baseball. It's going to hit the ball, and then it's automatically turning away and going away from the pitcher. I want the barrel. You got to get the barrel in your hands to keep going towards the pitcher, and that's going to be key for you to really work on staying through the baseball with your hands. Is just keep going through. But you'll notice how that top hand turns over, and I finish really low. The thing that's going to help you stay through the ball is if I finish really high. You can see how your hands and your barrel kind of finish more in this area, where if you look at pro guys, you'll see their hands finish actually up in this area, and the barrel will finish nice and high above their head or at that angle. So ideally you want your hands to finish high. You have them start high and you finish high. So you want to have your hands stand through the baseball and be more on plane, have your hands go more towards the pitcher, and then just not roll that top hand over too early. Try to see how long you can swing through the ball without rolling that top hand over, and just make sure it turns really late compared to at contact really snapping it over and finishing really low. So this is going to make a huge difference in regards to your swing. One thing I would suggest what you can do is what's called the 2-tee drill. And basically you take a tee here and you take a tee here, and you basically just hit with 2 tees. So if you put a ball up on each tee, you can basically just have it where your bat is just going to go after, and it's going to hit through both balls before your hands turn. So that's going to help you stay through the ball. But we got to make sure that top hand doesn't turn over on you when you're staying through. So you have your things in your stance. You have your things to create more power out of your legs. We're going to get you to stay through the ball longer with your upper body. So maybe start with your hands a little bit farther away from our body so you can be short to it, but we really want to be long through it. And you're short to it and short through it. So really focus on being short to the ball and long through the ball. And this is going to make a huge difference in our swing. I would watch both these videos over and over again, write them down, work on it, and do the double tee drill, do lots of soft toss, do lots of things, but make sure that your barrel is on plane, and make sure it's staying through the ball as much as possible. So this is going to be exciting to see you improve in this area and this few things on your swing. So thanks for coming to camp, and hopefully you got some good work this week, and look forward to having you back.